Hey, and good evening. Welcome to the broadcast. Listen, we have a lot to talk about. But before we go into it, let me say welcome. Welcome to everybody. I appreciate you, whether you are tuning in live or watching the replay. I appreciate you for tuning in. I appreciate your likes. So go ahead and like this video. I appreciate every heart. I appreciate every share and comment and or interaction. Yeah, this is going to be special. This is going to be special. So let's take care of all the preliminaries and then let's go right into the broadcast, what we have scheduled to do for today. For those that may not know, this is day 11 of the D&D conference promo. We've been promoting the event for quite some time now, but we dedicated the month of July to come on every single day to promote the event, to talk about different topics that pertain to our mission and our goals when it comes to this particular, I would say, vision that the Almighty has given us. So again, thank you so much for joining the broadcast. I think you're going to like this feature because we're going to dive deep into our panelists. I'm going to introduce our panelists on tonight. And this is actually the second introduction because on yesterday, we introduced Brother Denzel, right? For those that tuned in, if you did not, go check the replay. It is on my page. And we are technically streaming into multiple platforms right now. So let me just close this out now. I have multiple windows open. So I'm trying to navigate all of this. We are streaming from YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube page, which is the Spreading Truth Ministry page. Shout out to Dr. Keisha, the Dr. Keisha page, and shout out to my page and all the groups that we literally share this to. We share this out. So again, if you want to contribute, if you want to help the cause, if you want to help, the mission, share this out. Because we need as many eyes, right, to be able to see this, as many folks that have an opportunity to view this, to watch this, because it will give them an opportunity to tap into something maybe they haven't tapped into before. Now, what we do is not unique, but yet we do present it in a unique way. And that's what I love about God. We're all distinct and we're all unique. And a lot of our gifts and talents are very similar. The giftings are the 9 giftings, right? They are the 9 giftings, but yet the Bible talks about the administrating of the gifts, the diversity of the administration of the gifts. So it's something similar to that. So the Lord has given us a lot of the similar kind of platforms. And oftentimes we see it, and some folks like to be competitive, but I'm the kind of person where that's not the kind of vibes we give off over here, because as you can see, we work with a lot of people, and from year to year, we're constantly looking for people to work with. And then we have, our mainstay. We have our main folks that want to partner with us. They love what we're doing. They agree with what we're doing. They're behind it 100%. And so we love that. And so we have those that have been connected to this mission since its genesis, which was around 2016 to 2017, that have been right there helping us in any way that they can. And then we have some people just coming on as we grow and go. We appreciate you, whether you came in from the beginning and you've operated and functioned like the Tommies, for example, like the Jordans, for example. They actually they were on the platform initially. They weren't on the program, like the actual initial program, like on the flyer, but they actually participated on the program that day. Why? Because they were there and they were willing to contribute and to lend their gifts and their talents and their wisdom to what we were doing as panelists. And so it became phenomenal as a result. It was like, hey, who wants to help? Who wants to contribute? Who wants to serve on today? And it was almost like a free for all, for the exception of those who were on the program to speak. They fulfilled their assignment, but everything else was fair game, and people kind of got in and where they fit in, and it was amazing because again, it was all godly inspired, and godly led, and God was all in and through. So we're extremely excited about what we're going to be doing this year in the Atlanta area. If you happen to be in the Atlanta area, I didn't even know Alabama was 2 hours away. If you happen to be in Alabama or even the surrounding areas, you are welcome to come to the conference. And so what we're going to do today, before we go into the meat of this, let me just share where you can go to register. All you have to do is go to Divorce and Deliverance, okay? Divorceanddeliverance.com, and you can register today. All right, just go ahead and go through the registration process, and or you can respond to our event. I believe we have an event that we created on Facebook. You can respond to the event on Facebook, and you can RSVP there. That's another way by which you can let us know that you're interested or that you're coming, if you want to hold off your donation for registration. All registration is a donation. It is not required, but it is an ask. And the reason being is because we're more concerned about ministry than we are about money. Did y'all hear me? We are more concerned about ministry than we are about money. The Lord always provides. I really do believe that God gives us a vision, and I believe that he will fund every vision. That's just what I believe. And from its genesis, God has done just that. So go to this particular website, which is the Divorce and Deliverance website. Go ahead and click on D&D Conference 2022. And then you'll see where we will be having it, which will be the Life Church. Shout out to Pastor Chaz and his wife and congregation. Shout out to Elder Stephanie. We will be having it there on August the 19th and the 20th. Now, that Friday, August the 19th, make sure that you come on time, because that particular program is going to be relatively short. And when I say short, I want to keep my word, because I said I gave them an estimated time, and I am a professional in this regard when it comes to anything that God has given. I'm one of those people where I was raised the old school way, when we did those preaching platform services, when they said you got 2 minutes to preach. When they gave you 2 minutes to preach and to exhort, guess what I did mine in 2 minutes. I sat down. I did mine's a minute 0.5 and sat down. Okay. So I'm one of those people where I was trained well when it comes to whatever time. And then if the Lord happens to move, in an amazing way, God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Like this video, and please feel free to share. Listen, I'm one of those people, okay, if God is moving, right, and it's around about the time frame that we said that we were going to stop, but God is saying go, then of course I'm going to get authorization, from the leaders, and respect, those that are in place, before we proceed. And that's just me. I'm old school. So saying all that to say, we're going to be starting at 7:30 on the dot, right? On the dot. What may happen prior to 7:30 is just us setting the atmosphere. We're going to be praying, of course. We're going to have intercessors praying. We're going to set the tone for the evening, because on that night, the focus is the secret of deliverance. Now, the topic, the theme for this year is the secret, I've been assigned to work with the secret of deliverance. We have the secret to singleness, the secret to a sustainable marriage, the secret to overcoming divorce. Those are the topics. Those are the segments, okay, that we'll be working through. On night one will be only deliverance. We'll focus on deliverance. There'll be certain features on Friday along with myself, and I'm going to go into that in just a minute. But you have to come on time so that we can start on time. But we're going to begin early to set the atmosphere. Once it shifts to about 7:30, we're going to maybe have an intro prayer. And then after which, we're going to get it going. We're going to get it going. And so that kind of leads to, no, let me finish this. Okay. So that's the 19th. And then the 20th will be the continuation. I like to say that even though it's 2 days, it's a continuation of thought. Okay. So it's a continuation of the day. And so that part will start on the 20th, and that will be on the 20th, and it will start at 6 p.m. Okay, we're going to have vendors on both days. Okay, so there are some beautiful small business owners, creative people that will be selling their products. We have panelists that are authors. We have people that are on the program that have products that they would like to present to you, offer you guys. So come with your bag. Do not leave it home. Come with your bag and support small businesses. Okay, we're all for that. So this year we want to push that. We do have a couple of more tables left. I'm still waiting on people to get in touch with me. As we grow and go, yes, ma'am. As we grow and go, we're not going to be giving y'all a whole lot of leeway and a whole lot of time to respond to stuff. We're going to have cutoff times. All right. We love you. But after a while, we got to cut it off at some point because we have to plan and we got to be professional, right? We have to be professional. But I would say, as of right now, since we're still waiting on people to respond, we do have a couple of tables left for those of you all that happen to be small business owners and you have products and services, and we would like a table. All right. And so you are welcome to have that table. You will do vending on Friday up into a certain time, and vending will be cut off. And then you'll have an opportunity to do vending on Saturday after we conclude the service. Okay, after we conclude the service. And so I will be reaching out to all the vendors to make sure they're all good and everybody's clear. Everybody has their marching orders. Okay, but we appreciate all the vendors just willing to come, and I'm looking forward to some of the products. I'm going to do some features on my page soon, and this is a friendly reminder, note to self kind of thing. I like to think out loud. I'm an extrovert. Sorry. That's how I work. I was going to do like a collage of all the stuff that some of the vendors will be selling. So I'm going to do a collage and I'm going to share that with you so that you guys will have a sense of knowing the type of products that will be sold on those days. So I'm excited about that. All right. So we have the 19th of August. We have 7:30. It starts. It's in the Atlanta area. So if you were to scroll down, you'll see the address, which is 1078 Citizens Parkway. It's in Morrow, Georgia, at the Life Church. That's where we will be having the event. 19th of August, 7:30 p.m., 20th of August at 6 p.m. Now, on the program, if you've noticed, we've been sharing out the program. Okay. And what you will notice is that we have an add-on feature. Now we're going to highlight, like I said, everyone that is on the platform, everybody that will be as, panelists or speakers or doing something in some capacity during that weekend. We're going to be highlighting them in the days to come. So on Friday, it will be myself. I'll be featured towards the end on Friday, but we will have a psalmist. We will have an artist, a gospel artist, leading, worship. And then we will have our minister, Monica Dixon, leading dance, a prophetic dance. And so you do not want to miss it. But what we're going to do today, and then on tomorrow, we're going to have our panelists and our speakers. And we'll go into that as the days come. But today, I wanted to feature someone special or somebody's, or let me say it this way. I want to feature the Savages. How about that? So let me remove this and then let me do this. This is going to be weird. You're not going to hear me for a second. All right, we're back. I hope you can hear me. Let me do a sound check really quickly because I shifted some things around and I just want to make sure that I can be heard. All right. So today we're going to feature the Savages. And then we will have. All right. So today we're going to feature the Savages. Excellent. So I just wanted to do a sound check really quickly. Awesome. So we're going to feature the Savages. First and foremost, shout out to my apostle, which is Apostle Savage in this picture. Shout out to him, Apostle Joe Savage Jr. We're going to talk about him in just a moment, but I really want to feature his wife first. Ladies first. Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first. I want to feature his wife first, and then we will feature Apostle, if that's all right with y'all. So listen, let me go ahead and stop sharing, and we're going to feature his wife, and her artist name. Her name is Nisi. All right, so we're going to feature her first. Now, her role during the conference will be to sing and to minister in song. And I cannot wait for you all to enjoy her ministry. And like I forestated, she is a gospel artist, and we're going to go into her discography in just a few moments. But I do want to share with you. Let me just make sure my audio is connected so that you can hear clearly. I want to share with you all, make sure I have the right one, and I do. All right, let me just do something really quick. But I want to share some of her music really quickly. And let's make sure that everything is set before we share it. Again, this is Nisi, and I want to introduce to everybody. Make sure I have everything. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Everything was just right. All right, let me share it, and then you'll be able to see what I see. How about that? So let me do that. It keeps, you know what I'll do? I'll turn off the volume, and then I'm going to switch it and then share it. And then that way you'll be able to see it. How about that? We'll do it that way. Let me make sure you guys can see what I see. Nope. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do it again. We're going to add it to the stream. We're going to take off there we go. All right. So let me go ahead and rewind it. It's a lot of logistics involved, friends. Let me get it together. All right, so this is our this is our feature. She's our feature artist. DC will be leading praise and worship, as well as performing some original music at the end. So she's going to she's going to lead praise and worship on Friday, and she's going to sing some of her original music on Saturday night. And so you don't want to miss this phenomenal gospel artist. So this is Nisi. Let's hear a little bit of this. Is a little bit about a 1 minute and so clip. Let's enjoy it together. If I can only turn on the volume. I think we're ready now. Amen. And so I just wanted to feature her sounds. I'm so looking forward to hearing more, and I hope that excited you a little bit. Yes, I'm excited, and I just want to introduce her because again, we're presenting to some, introducing to others. Some of you all may be familiar with her artistry. You may be familiar with her sound. You may be familiar with her musically. And so I want to introduce her. Okay, we're going to go into that in just a few moments, and she is the wife of my apostle, Dr. Joe Savage Jr. Okay. All right, so let's go into more about Nisi. Okay, again, she will be leading us in praise and worship on Friday, and she will be closing the conference on Saturday with some music, her music. And I told her if she can bring some music, that would be awesome. At least let y'all know where you can go and purchase some of her music. And I believe she's, as a matter of fact, you can go purchase her music right now. And so we're going to go ahead and share Let's see her. Let's share her Instagram page so that we can kind of walk through. Let me make sure we're sharing the right one. Yes, go follow her. You can go follow her now on her Instagram page. She's such a beautiful person. Let me just remove this so that you guys can see it. Since I've met her, she's just been such a wonderful person. Seems like a very, very good fit for my apostle. And so she's such a lady. She's so sweet. I like her, and she's very talented. And so, what I love about just how God moves again, Apostle is my covering. He's been my covering for quite some time. We've known each other for quite some time, even beyond him being my covering. He was a prophetic mentor of mine. And we're going to go into his bio in just a few moments. But I've been knowing him for quite some time. And so, just seeing this transition and the change and him getting married and all, it's just been a beautiful sight to behold. So she's very, very special. So go follow her on Instagram. Like I said, extremely talented. She's a singer songwriter. She's an actress, obviously a worshiper. You can book her. She can be booked. And yeah, go follow her on Instagram, just Nisi1. Go follow her now. I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'm going to share her discography. Okay, let me go ahead and share her discography so that you, for those again, we're introducing to some, again, reacquainting to others. Nisi, okay, what like to call, whom I like to call Lady Nisi, okay? All right. So let me go ahead and share her discography and her information again. We're introducing everybody because we want you all to know that, these are some phenomenal people, that are just, they're singing and they're going to be on our panel, coaching, doing some counseling and ministering. These are some phenomenal people. So I really want you all to really know and understand what God is doing in this season and who He's using in this season on this platform. They may be new to you, so we're trying to get them acquainted, to get you acquainted to who they are, so that you can feel a little bit more comfortable. So when I Googled her, and she doesn't know I did this, sorry, sis, but I told Apostle, I texted him, I said, you need to give me your information. I said, because I'm going to be introducing all of the panelists and everyone that is on the program. Okay. So I said, yeah, she's very visible on social media. So, she's good, but he doesn't interact as much. So he had to send me his bio again. And so I have all this information, but she's Googleable. You can Google her, just Nisi, and what you will discover is her discography. Okay. So you'll discover that she is an artist. Her release date, her label. I don't know if she's still connected to Joyful Noise Entertainment, but again, that's the label that she was or is connected to as of right now. And what's interested is again her discography. I believe it's 17 songs that are listed here under her name. And so yeah, go check her music out. Go check it out. And I believe that you can let me see. I did find, I believe the one, let me stop sharing. There was one where you can actually go and it shows exactly where she streams from. And I believe she streams from like all platforms right now. I saw her album on her Instagram and it shows exactly where's Apple Music. And I think it was her Victory album. I'm sorry, let me go ahead and share that so that you can see where she streams her music. You'll be able to see that. Right, so let me go ahead and share that now so that you can see exactly where she streams her music, okay? You can check the right one, right here. All right. A lot of moving parts to this, you all. You have no idea unless you just behind streaming. All right, so you'll see here exactly where she streams her music. So you can find her Victory album, Tidal, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon. You'll be able to find her music just about anywhere. All right, again, that's just Nisi1. You can follow her on Instagram just so that you can get acquainted with her sound. And she's very, very hospitable, very, very approachable. And so we will be doing a meet and greet after the conference is done. And so, go and introduce yourself, meet and greet, take pictures, signing autographs, and all that good stuff. So, she's definitely that type of person. She's very, very, very sweet. All right. So I wanted to feature her. I wanted to feature her music. I wanted to feature her sound. I wanted to introduce you all to Nisi. Okay. All right. So again, I can't wait to hear and to experience the praise and worship on Friday night. And it's not much happening on Friday. Like I said, it's going to be a relatively short program on Friday. And so you got to come early so that you can get all that you can get in on that night, and especially what we're going to be featuring, which is the ministry portion as well as deliverance. So you don't want to miss that. You really don't want to miss it. All right, so that's that. All right, we're going to stop sharing there. And then I'm going to introduce my apostle. Now, let me make sure, let me make sure everything is straight because I have the bio, I have everything that I need, but I want to do a video presentation or a video introduction of him. And it's just it's a slideshow that I kind of swiped from. Shout out to my sister, my dear sister prophetess Tracy. I actually swiped the portion that just highlights him from an intro video that she did some years ago. I used to go to prophetess Tracy's trainings. It was a prophetic training, and he would be one of the ones that would be on her platform participating. And we would go support him, of course, and just I would love her conferences. They were phenomenal. As a matter of fact, I met prophetess Teresa during that time. We connected for the first time during that time because it was just phenomenal. It was for profits. It was just amazing. And so let me see if I can find it. There it is. All right, so I'm going to share my apostle's introduction with no sound, or should I share the sound? I don't know. Maybe I will share the sound, but I'm going to share kind of again the way he moves a little bit in the spirit and his giftings, and then we'll go right into his bio so that you can kind of get a sense of who he is for those that may not know him. And I'm introducing to some and presenting to others my apostle, Joe Savage Jr., Dr. Joe Savage Jr. So wait for it. Here's the presentation. I believe the audio is on. All right, here we go. All right, so we'll stop it there. And like I said, that was a presentation relatively quick that Prophetess Tracy, Overseer Tracy, Pastor Tracy did for her conference. Shout out to her. Yeah, so I swiped it, sorry. Because it was a really nice um, presentation of him ministering, and he is a true man of God. Now, Apostle, we're just sitting beside his beautiful wife here. He is not only an apostle, but he's also a prophet. Y'all excuse me because I have kids and they're gonna do stuff, and it's just what it is. You're gonna hear some sounds in the background, okay? All right. So number one, I didn't want to read his whole entire bio, but he was raised in Norristown, Pennsylvania. He's always had a strong sense of God since he was a young man. And he actually accepted his call as a prophet at age 14. And since age 26, the Lord, again, from that point and into about age 26, the Lord really launched him out into the deep for him to start his own deliverance and prophetic ministry. Since then, he has done much. He established the Breath of Life Deliverance Ministries. He's the founder of that ministry under his covering. And he, again, obviously, he's preaches and teaches, and he has a strong gift of healing and deliverance. It's really how he functions. Now, moving on, he was consecrated as an apostle around 2003. And so he operates in the fivefold office. He operates in the fivefold ministry. and also with the gifts of healing, signs and wonders, dreams, and interpretation of dreams. Now, in terms of his educational background, and I'm highlighting, I'm featuring the Savages. Aren't they a beautiful couple? He holds, and I didn't go into hers, and I will go into hers in just a few moments. I'm going to have to backtrack a little bit, but they're both very educated people. Apostle Savage holds a bachelor's degree in neuroscience and a second bachelor's degree in religious studies. He holds a master's degree in social work and administration and policy, and a second master's in urban planning. He also has a master's of law, and he has a PhD in urban affairs and public policy. And so, yeah, they are amazing as a couple. As you can see, I love Kingdom couples. I really do love them because they do a lot. They have a lot on their plate. They hold many hats. And so they're really being stretched because of the gifts, because of the talents, because of everything that they're called to do. But yet they have to maintain and the relationship, and they have to maintain and grow as individuals as well as maintain what they have as a couple. And so I can't wait to hear how they balance their life, because they have a lot to share. You know what I mean? Like, as I forestated, him being an apostolic covering of churches, of organizations. Not only does he cover churches, but he covers those of us that have our own organizations. Like, many people that he cover are founders of their own, right? And so he's covering not only churches but organizations. He's covering other apostles and people that have an apostolic mantle upon their lives, in addition to being an apostle himself. And I just absolutely love him. So what's also genius about him is the fact that he has the background with urban planning and policy. And a lot of the churches and areas that we're trying to go to present this platform, you'll have an opportunity to ask questions, because what people don't know, because he also deals with the homelessness. I believe he's connected to he's a senior regional advisor to the U.S. Interagency Council on homelessness. And so there's a lot of ministries and churches that want to launch their own, vision and mission for homeless, or for those that are hungry and you want a food pantry and things of that nature. So I believe that he's also connected to grants and government grants and that sort of thing. So he's one of those people that you want to get to know. He's one of those people that you want to be acquainted with. He's one of those people that you want to really sit and learn and glean from. So, and the reason why I'm doing all of this, the reason why I'm presenting them and I'm introducing them, not just them, but all of them, because they all have so much to contribute to this platform that is really mind blowing. And I don't think we really know what it is that's coming to the area. I don't think we know what's coming into the territory. And that's why I feel like the Lord is leading me to go this route, so that I can introduce them to you way before we get into the territory, so that you know who's coming. And the conversations that we're going to have are going to be deep and intellectual, but yet spiritual, and really a good time all at the same time. And so we don't want you to miss a moment. We don't want you to miss an opportunity. A lot of you all have a vision where you want to tap into homelessness. You want to help the crisis. A lot of you all have a vision where you want to set up food pantries, or you're trying to figure out what you can do when it comes to the urban part, because often our churches are in the urban areas. How can we fix some of those problems? And so we're bringing someone to you who's connected to the federal government, not just state and local, but federally. He'll be able to tell you exactly what you need to do in those areas. But even though we're talking about how to sustain a marriage, but he's going to introduce himself and tell a little bit about what he does and how it can be a help or service to churches or our community. Okay. So we're going to have that conversation as well. Why? Because again, God has given us the commission to save families. And so when you really begin to look at everyone's resume and what they're contributing to this, like I said, it is not only mind blowing, but it's like, whoa, This is somewhere that I need to be, so that I can glean and really get to know these people. They're not just people, you know what I mean? It's just randomly just coming and doing stuff, but these are qualified people to sit on platforms and to really share, like, some, I want to say, if you really consider the house and consider the platform, I mean, we have millions of dollars of worth and value that will be sitting on that platform, and essentially they're going to be sitting for free. So this is an opportunity for you to glean from millions of dollars worth of wisdom and experience on that platform on that day for free, practically for free. And so we really want to extend this to you. And so that's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing what we're doing in terms of the days of introduction. The Bible says, know them that labor among you. Know them that labor among you. And I think that we need to get acquainted. And so this is one way to get acquainted. Now let me go to her Facebook page. I just had it. Let me go to her Facebook page so that I can get her information. Again, shout out to Prophetess Tracy Williams, because I really did use your video just a few seconds ago. No copyright strike. No copyright strike, sis. We love you. We just wanted to showcase our apostle. All right, so just to give you a little educational background on our dear sister in the Lord, Nisi, as well. What's interesting, which I just discovered this, like they have so much in common. She does community outreach for a Montessori school. She's a director, as well as yeah, she's worked with certain other agencies in education. She has a master's in urban affairs and public policy. Isn't that interesting? So they have that in common. Community development, nonprofit leadership, and all that jazz. She has a BA in psychology. And I think that's phenomenal because, again, she'll be able to lend her genius and her wisdom and her experience and her knowledge to the conversation. So I cannot wait. All right. So let me see if there's anything else that we wanted to share about our couple. And just like I forestated, just absolutely amazing. The gifts and everything that the two as a couple is going to be lending to this is absolutely phenomenal. So this is just one of many couples that we're going to be featuring. Next, we're going to feature the Jordans. I believe I'm going to highlight them next. So I'm going to have to do my homework. I'm doing my due diligence. I'm trying not to bother them too much. So I'm literally going through their social media pages and maybe hitting them up if I have some questions or, that sort of thing. But for the most part, like I said, these are the kindest people that you would ever want to know. And what I love it is, like, especially when you get people that are anointed, plus gifted, plus intelligent, plus, you know what I'm saying, successful. You don't meet a whole lot of grounded people. I'm just saying. You don't meet a whole lot of grounded people when you have all those elements, combined. But I've been fortunate to be connected to some amazing people that have all of those elements combined, in addition to being humble and grounded. So it's been absolutely amazing to be covered. And when I say covered, meaning he supports ministry, every ministry that's under him, he supports. And he just doesn't back in prayer, but he also backs financially. He's an amazing covering, and I'm so grateful that he's going to be there. And again, contributing as well as being a spiritual advisor to me. And so I appreciate him and his wife and their presence and what they'll be lending to this platform, to the divorce or the D&D conference. So I'm excited about that. So we're going to go ahead and end the broadcast because I think I hit all the points that I want to hit. I don't want to go into it too much, but he is a dad. He has a son and he has a daughter. So, shout out to them. Again, spiritual father to many churches and groups and such, so just absolutely amazing, an amazing friend, you name it. He has an amazing sense of humor, and all that jazz. So we do appreciate them both. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to highlight the couples, and we're going to highlight the features. We're going to highlight all of those that are on the platform. We started out with Brother Denzel on yesterday. Now we've done the Savages. We're going to do Jordan's on tomorrow, and then the next following day, we're going to do the Kennards. So just look for me to be tapping you. If I can't find enough on your social media, I'm going to be reaching out saying, hey, what information would you like for me to share? And then, of course, you're always welcome to come on if you just want to come on my platform and introduce yourself that way, But I do realize that people have schedules and that sort of thing. And so that's why I'm doing it for you, because, I don't want to bother you, and that's that. And so that's pretty much all that I've got. Let me share one more thing. Let's showcase Nisi again, leading devotions or leading praise and worship again. I want to feature her music yet again. There's some more music that's on her Instagram. Go check it out. Like I said, you can go follow her on her Instagram page. Let me share this really quickly, and then I'll connect it all together. Let me just make sure the music is right. All right, we have it muted. That's good, because we're going to start it over, and then I'm just going to highlight her Instagram page again so that you guys can oh, here's another one. Come on, can we take it to the top? Hello, God. So glad to see you. Can you sing what I say? Hello, God. Please say, hello, God. Make yourself comfortable. Your presence, you say. Come on, sing it again. Say, hello, God. Hello, God. So glad to see you. Hello, God. Come on. Please stay. How you doing, Jesus? Yeah, man. Come on. Want to put a smile on your face. Just made my day. Amen. Amen. Hello, God. I love that. Yes. And so that's all I got. I just wanted to introduce the Savages to you. Again, an amazing couple. I cannot wait for them to contribute to the conversation of the secret to a sustainable marriage. I can't wait to hear what they have to say. I can't wait, because I know it's going to be absolutely amazing. So you don't want to miss any bits or any pieces or parts to what it is that we're going to be doing on August the 19th and the 20th. You don't want to miss the D&D Conference 2022. You don't want to miss this year's conference. You really don't, because I really do feel as if the Lord put a lot of amazing people together this year, and it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Again, why am I doing this? Because a lot of us don't know each other. We're a part of the body of Christ, but we don't know each other. And the Bible says, know them that labor among you. Some of us are afraid to go into new spaces and places or new conferences and stuff because, we have that fear aspect, and we've been taught certain things that hinders us and could, be a hindrance to us, to getting to know new people, new faces, people, new other folks or other parts of the kingdom. And I really don't believe that that's God's way. I understand that pastors are extremely protective of their flock, and as they should be. But there are some things that I believe that if we allow for fear, especially, to get in the way of God's connections, whether it's this divine connection or whether it's, some impartation or information or education, if we allow fear to get in the way of that, then we're just not going to progress the way that we could progress, you know what I mean, or go the direction that the Almighty would have us to go, without that pertinent growth and processing that is required. And God's going to use who he's going to use. And if we're honest, again, it may not come from here, it may not come from there. It may come from a whole different place, from a whole different set of people. And it doesn't mean that you're supposed to leave where you are, but it just means that maybe it's for you to glean somewhere else for this particular knowledge and for this particular information, for you to take it back to where you're supposed to be so that you can go and grow. So just be open to whatever the Holy Spirit is telling you above all. Okay. Above all, make sure that you're allowing Holy Spirit to lead and to guide you. And if the Holy Spirit is telling you to go to the D&D conference, then by all means, obey the Spirit, because he comes to lead us and to guide us into all truth. Okay. So again, that's all I got. I think it's time for us to get on out of here. Let me go ahead and close us out with some of my music. You know how we like to do. We like to go out with a bang with our precious Mary Mary and all of their sounds. We like to go out that way. But thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you so much. All right. We really do appreciate you for tuning in. We appreciate all your likes. We appreciate all the hearts. We appreciate all the shares. We really, truly do. May the Lord bless you real good. Continue to be amazing. Be safe out there. And most importantly, put and keep God first. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless until next time. And shalom.